Hello, guys, and welcome back once again. It's been a raining day and a raining season so far this past month. As we're moving to September, I finally had moved into my condo in Paranaque. As you can see here, this was my last night staying at my hotel, and it's been raining, and it rains pretty often every day, being that it's the raining season here in the Philippines. I just wanted to take this time to actually discuss about the things that I've noticed while I've been here in the Philippines thus far, and how different it is from the States. As you must know, once you leave America, everything changes, people change, customs, the way of life changes. Everything in the Philippines, number one, is mostly paid by in cash or whatever. They don't really do much things with automated check card system, like if you want to go buy something off the street in a quarter store or somewhere like that. They don't accept Visa check cards or whatever like that. You have to actually go to an ATM and withdraw money. And usually each transaction will set you back $5 charged for taking out money from the ATM. But other than that, the money comes out smoothly. If you want to take out $100, that's actually 5,000 pesos. But that should be just about enough for you to get by a good week or so off of 5,000 pesos, buy your food, things that you need to eat, whatever. But your money will go fast in pesos, I warn you that much. So you be careful of how much you spend. That's number one. Number two, the people here, somebody asked me, why is it that I see a lot of these guys wearing sandals and flip-flops, open-toe shoes everywhere? Well, that's because they're islanders. That's plain and simple. These guys, this is how they grew up, this is how they live, they're island people. This is what makes them comfortable. It's how they live. They're used to wearing flip-flops. They're used to eating a lot of rice. They're used to living in certain conditions that we're not. Number two, the food. Yes, other than the dressing, but the food. Let's get to the food. If you can stand eating rice every day, I couldn't actually, because after a while your stomach gets kind of, it's not used to eating that much rice every day. They eat rice like 3 times a day with every meal. Me, I can't really keep doing rice a lot. I have to mix it up once in a while. And with their food, sometimes like their meats and things like that, you may not, our digestive system may not agree with it when you first get here, and you'll discover exactly what happens after you eat the food later on that night. But I'm not going to go into details about that. But just make sure you have an ample supply of toilet paper. All right, moving on. The people, they're very nice, considerate people. Very hospitable, very polite. If it seems they do things that may seem rude to foreigners, especially those that are westernized, they have no. Let's just say that they're used to piling on top of each other in line and everything. Like in Western civilization, we have this thing where everybody, we respect each other's personal space. Someone stands too close to you, you're like, excuse me, can you back up a little? Here, you don't have much of that. When there's like a line or something like that, just remember, you're not in America anymore. This is what these people are used to, and a lot of times they'll get serviced first before you, or while you're like being serviced at whatever you're doing or buying, or if you're shopping. A fellow Filipino may jump in front of you in line, and like whoever's serving you will like drop all their attention to you and serve them to get them out of the way real quick. It's more like a kind of attitude like their people come first. So don't get too mad over it. Just Let it happen. They'll be quickly gone, and then they'll turn their attention back to you, and they'll take care of you. Just don't get mad or get in an outburst of rage or anything like that. Just be calm, and let it go, and everything will work out fine. A lot of these people, they're very good spirited people. I can tell you that much. They love karaoke. It's like singing to them is good for the soul, because these guys, you got to understand, they work like 7 days a week, some of them, or most of them. They're out there, they're hard workers. They spend a lot of time away from home and family, and, they got to make a living just like you and I do. So that's number two. Some of them work long hours. I'm sorry, not number two. Let's say number 3 or 4. I lost count at this time. But anyway, I'm going to stop giving the numbers off. But let's just say we're going to go with this. Yeah, they're hardworking people, very good-hearted people. They're never really rude to you. There are the exceptional few. I'm not going to lie, but there are a few that you may meet that may show a little bitterness towards foreigners, like they don't want you there. It's very rare that you run into those types, but maybe they had like a bad experience with a foreigner before. Not all of us are good people, I know that much. So don't come over here with a sense of entitlement, like you're better than anybody. Just be polite, respect their laws, respect their ways, and stay out of their politics and everything like that. Just stay out of their business or whatever. Unless they invite you into their business, they'll talk to you, they'll open up to you, and they'll talk about their life. They're good like that. That's if they're comfortable. If they feel comfortable opening up to you, then that's good. They like to laugh, they like to joke, and they have a group mentality when they go out dating and things like that, or shopping. They like to go around in groups of friends and things like that. I haven't seen any crimes being committed here. I know that when I checked into my condo and I got myself situated here, the first thing I noticed is security. My place is extremely well secured, a gated kind of community, and there's security at the front gate. As soon as you pull in, they ask, hey, which tower are you staying in? Who are you visiting? Or what the tower number are they? What's the unit number? What's the name? Yada, yada. And they'll look your name up to see if you were invited to come before they let you in. You get in from there, and you go right to, say, the tower that you're visiting, or the tower that you live in, that I moved into, or whatever. There's a concierge down there, and there's another security guard for every tower. So yeah, they're checking also before you can even go upstairs in the elevator. You need permission to go up in the elevator. So I like that about the security here. Not anybody can just walk into your building or walk onto the property. They have to have permission to enter. So I love that. The amenities is cool. I haven't tried out the pool yet. I've been busy running around setting up internet and all that other kind of services and everything like that. The way they do business here is a little bit different, but I'll discuss that most likely in another video. Another thing I wanted to say about the Philippines, yes, as you can see in a lot of the footage here, it's raining a lot. And then, like I said, they have just entered raining season. And with the raining season comes the typhoons. And sometimes schools and everything will shut down. There'll be like flooding, little floods here and there on the roads. But if you're in the provinces and certain areas that are low, they're getting flooded, hit with flood water like mostly all the time. They're in bad conditions. But as for the city's pretty good. They don't get too flooded, overwhelmed with flood. It just slows down traffic like immensely. So I took a grab. Like on this day, I was actually heading back to immigration to extend my stay here in the Philippines, and it got approved, and I got my my alien certificate registration card, and it set me back a good 8,000 pesos. But you know what? It was worth it. because I was coming up close on my last day deadline, and I was worried about if I was going to be able to make it, would I get approved, all this and that. I was running late there and all that. I didn't want to miss this day because of the storm, and a lot of stores, a lot of businesses, schools were being closed, kids were being sent back home for their safety, and the traffic was immensely slow this day, so it was very hard for me to catch a taxi or anything. I actually had to pay extra money to grab a Grab to take me from one location all the way to the other, from Paranaque all the way to uptown Manila Metro to the Bureau of Immigration. But it was a nice ride. It was a long ride. The driver knew what he was doing. He took shortcuts and drove around the flood water and everything like that. I got a little bit of sleep in the back of his car. It was a comfortable ride, and they're very polite. So I recommend taking Grabs. I know in my prior videos I mentioned a lot about taxi drivers and how you ought to pay by the meter or else they'll rip you off. Well, they got this app called Grab. It's more like a Uber kind of thing here in the Philippines, and basically you just negotiate the price right there on your phone, and that will be the set price for the driver will come and pick you up, and you can pay by cash. You can pay the driver and even tip them, and it works out. It's an honest system, and I prefer that over the taxis any day now. I'm actually using the app Grab now, and I really like it. So I recommend that to anybody who's just getting here to the Philippines, and you get your own phone here in the Philippines, get the SIM card. One of the first apps I would download if I was you is the Grab app. All right, moving along, we're going to talk about, people was asking me, actually one of my friends asked me a very, I know this sounds silly, he's going to ask me, can you smoke there? And I'm thinking, like, really, man? Look, you can smoke cigarettes. So nicotine, that's a thing. But there's very few smoking areas. But what my friend was referring to was, can you smoke marijuana there? And I have to tell him straight up, I'm like, dude, man, not every country in the world, allows you to smoke marijuana. And why is it that you're just so concerned about smoking marijuana wherever you go? I mean, really, man, you got to grow up. Some people just need to grow up. But anyway, no, you cannot smoke marijuana here. You cannot bring marijuana here. You will be arrested and deported from the country. It's a very serious offense. This is a very religious type people here. They're law-abiding, and they had drug problems in their past. Actually, they have problems in this country with drugs, but not as bad as it was in the past. They had it very bad here, and one of the things the president did, or I think it was the former president, I believe he put all the drug dealers to death. So think about that. Just imagine that. Don't come over here bringing drugs into this country. You will find out very, very quickly that it's not the right thing to do. So I don't recommend that. Another question one of my friends had asked me was, how was the dating scene there and everything? I mean, this is coming from a male perspective. This is a different country, and, their way is very different here and everything. When it comes from what I notice about the Philippines, I'm not dating any Filipinas right now, but from what I've been told and what I've seen, Filipinas, they're very polite, natural girls and everything. I mean, you have your good and you have your bad. Apparently, stay away from certain girls that are in a city that work at bars or sit outside, trying to get you to come into a bar. They're in an obvious profession that I won't mention on here, but I choose to stay away from those kind of things. But as for the regular Filipinas, the everyday hardworking citizen, or the girls that just regular citizens here, they're very shy, and they're very, very very sweet. They love to joke and things like that. See a lot of them that are with foreigners or with older men, and some of them marry their own people. I've heard many stories, but I recommend you look on other YouTube channels about it that the guys have more experience of being here in the Philippines, and they'll give you the whole rundown of it, like a average guy, and every guy has a story. These are other content creators on YouTube. I recommend you go check them out. You get a lot of good information off of their YouTube sites about relationships in the Philippines and how it all works. Me personally, I am not actually here looking for a relationship. I'm just here doing my videos and talking about life here in the Philippines from the perspective of a foreigner. But who knows, maybe one day, if that situation presents itself, I'll let you guys know. But until then, I'm just going to end this video. And before I leave, I'm going to ask that you guys hit the subscribe button, like and share if you like this video, and I'll get back to you on the next one as I talk more about what's going on here in the Philippines. Until then, have a good day. God bless you guys and take care. Now, if you wait till the end, I got a little something special for you, a little TikTok video I made. Hope you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Have a great day, guys.
So you wanna be a gangster?
Yo, Bishop! What you want?
Take whatever you want.
Yo, ass, punk. The idea telling the cops I killed Raheem. And I ain't telling cops a damn thing. Don't give me that shit, man. They brought me for questioning. And they said you said it. I did it. I didn't tell them shit. You got it wrong. Nah, punk, you the one that got it wrong. You've been asking for a long time. Man, Raheem ain't here to protect you no more. Alright, but if you don't leave Raheem with nobody, with no fucking punks. What's that? I stay on fire, Rodney. It's fucking suicide. Embassy? Chinatown? Motherfucker!